Hey there, and welcome to the fourth installment of this little survival games, what would I call it, experiment. You're watching me play on the map, Survival Games 4, a deliberate choice. We're now out of sequence, by the way. The backlog has been jumped into right in the centre, so sorry about that. It's because a few of the wins I get are always on similar maps, so like Breeze Island and Solar Frost are all quite common near the beginning at least. The way that server works, Craftrise, I spoke about it last time, is they rotate the same maps, but there is a way to break that system. If you pick a map which is available to do, you can then like make that jump into that daily rotation or whatever. Weird, completely boring conversation topic though. Today I did have something I wanted to talk about though, and that is consistency and my inability to be consistent, or how it feels. I mean, this is one of the reasons, this is the main reason I'm doing this, and that is to be consistent for once. I'm already 3-4 days in, and I feel like I can't be bothered a bit. And I don't think that's a good enough excuse to not do a thing. Because I did. Because it's been in my mind. I remember standing working in the coffee shop a year ago, and thinking about just doing exactly this. And it's not entirely rocket science. You can just sit in front of a microphone for 5-10 minutes a day and make a thumbnail, which isn't too bad either. I guess like getting the recordings is one of them, but that's why I recorded them in bulk very early on. I was aware of what needed to happen for it to come into fruition, but still, it's interesting how difficult consistency can be. I remember for one of my early university projects, I investigated the 2190 habit making and breaking thing. I think it's Maltz or something, Malvo, who wrote that initial book. And just to go over it quickly, it takes 21 days to form a habit, 90 days to make it second nature. It makes it like that. An expectation almost in your mind that you're going to do this thing. Anyway, even knowing this, doing this however many years ago, I still find it incredibly difficult to make a habit. It's always been something I've struggled with. I think a lot of people do too. I think I convince myself I'm disinterested in a thing just because it becomes difficult. I think that's where motivation or motivational issues come from, you know? You say that you don't do a thing because you don't have the motivation to do it. But motivation is only there if you look back upon what you have done. And that was a learn I had to make. But that logic still doesn't make it any bit easier to force yourself into doing something. Because it does end up feeling that way, that you are forcing yourself to do a thing. You're forcing yourself to get up at a certain time and be consistent with that. Even though for sleep it's about 10 days for you to get used to that, so, you know, can't even do 10 days. I think there is that like little pathetic part of me, which feels like this is trying to break that seal a bit. Record as consistently as I can, upload as consistently as I can. Not necessarily record like every day, but have that upload every day. I say that because tomorrow is a busy one. I'll be on a train for 3 hours, and I don't think I have any time to record, so I'll try and do 2 today. But also this evening's quite busy, so we'll see. We'll see how I'm coping tomorrow morning. Who knows, maybe the commentary track I do in a rush before I leave will feel a bit terrible. But what can you do? I could wait till I'm home, but I want to hit 5. I don't know. Anyways, hitting expectation and breaking this track record of inconsistency and trying to be consistent for a bit without any outside factors, because you know I'm not getting views on these. It's insane to even consider doing something like this, unless it is strictly for you. Baffling that I'm able to just upload these little insights, these little thoughts onto the internet and waste YouTube's space, I suppose. But they have money. They got those servers in the Arctic. I think I've hit my points I wanted to. Or maybe I didn't, and I'll go into it a bit later, a bit more deeper. But that'll be when I have a longer recording, I'll be honest, because this is ending soon. So, have a great one. Really appreciated you being here. And I'll see you tomorrow.